Blessed Blue Train family, you are welcome on this wonderful day. It's a very cold day today. I don't know where you are, how the weather is like, but today is a very fine and cold day. We are resting from the heat. We have been experiencing a heat wave, a serious one. But thank God, today it's a very cold and comfortable day. Wherever you are all over the world, welcome to Live with Shatufa. Welcome to the gospel of the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. We want to welcome the family members, the Blue Train members. Oh, you are all here. I'm seeing quite a lot of people already in the show. Thank you, Laita Kololo, for being the very first one on the show. We salute you, my champion, and many others. I can see names and names and names going down there. Thank you very much. Wanagogo, I can see Wanagogo Nube. They are also here. Wanagogo Shinzara. Thank you very much. We welcome you to the show. We love you. We love you. The Sekurus of Shanduko. We love you also. Wherever you are, champions of change, I salute you even this day. Thank you very much for standing for the struggle, for supporting the champion-in-chief, and always standing in prayer, intercessors, wherever you are. Let's continue to pray for the nation. The Lord is doing a great thing in this season. We are definitely going to be seeing the Lord showing us his faithfulness, and nobody can stop the Blue Train. The Blue Train is on the move. We are rolling out. We are going towards the destination of the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. And God is in it. God is in it. Everyone is greeting. Everyone is saying good morning. Everyone is saying, Mamuka say, Linjani. I'm answering everyone in one bunch of a greeting with all love and peace. We are once again looking at what is happening in the nation, and we are putting it under the spotlight of the light, the word of God, and whatever it is that is happening. We want to hear what is happening. Intercessors, what is the Lord saying? Wherever you are, we need you to share with us also what is happening, because God is a speaking God and he continues to give us direction. And I'm telling you, as we continue listening to the directions of the Spirit of the Lord, we are definitely going to pull the enemy down. Zanu PF, the enemy of the Zimbabwean people, is seeing its last days, very, very last days. So today on the show, we are going to be looking at how Zanu PF has thrown their ally Tendai Biti under the bus as he faces a jail term. And we are asking, is he going to face a jail term? What is really going to be happening? And it's going to be this very day today. We will see what is going to be happening. So our issue is, we are saying, after all the dining with Zanu PF that people like BT have been doing, remember this case is a 4-year-old case. It has been long. And if Zanu PF wanted to just ignore it, I'm very sure they should have just ignored it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Mamuka Chini. Tamuka. All right. Yes. So we are saying it's a 4-year-old case that Zanu PF is bringing up right now. And what we are saying is, if they really wanted to just ignore it, they could have ignored it, because they don't have to pretend to us that they are not controlling the courts and the courts are just doing their business as usual. Zanu PF is all its heavy-handedness on the courts. And just yesterday, we saw Tendai Biti being convicted over the alleged insults, and you know that there was an exchange that happened between him and some woman from Russia. And I saw a certain woman who was calling herself Manawam Cheche, something like that. Oh, what hogwash. While at least we are fine, we are not in agreement with Tendai Biti as of late because of the many occurrences that happened with the Shabang fiasco. But when I listened to that Mucheche woman speaking there, that was a lot of hogwash. What was she trying to say? Why was she just trying to politic? You know, she was just trying to politic. That is an issue that is between two citizens, individuals. And there's no need for you to start to put Emerson Mnangagwa in it. You want to put the Liberation War in it, the FN guns, AK-47 guns, yes, and talking about Mpuyane Handa statue in the town, in the city. What is that to do with the case? So you see, I think Zimbabweans must be able to separate politics from civil and social issues. If we are going to be politicking every left, right, and center, we are politicking. I don't think that makes sense. So she was just trying to garner some political mileage and to politicize this whole idea for no apparent reason whatsoever. Sorry. If BT had a misunderstanding with that white woman, it has nothing to do with politics, with the Triple C or whatever it was. It was just two citizens who had a misunderstanding, and that is how it was supposed to be treated. You see, so dragging in the political names and political rhetorics and slogans into it, it was just unfounded for. So this is it. We are saying, what is ZANU PF planning to do? Is ZANU PF now throwing their ally Tendai, or are they trying to just demonstrate some kind of fairness, or are they trying to cleanse the name of Tendai Biti so that it doesn't look like he's in bed with the ZANU PF? There is always a reason. There is always something behind the scene when you see ZANU PF doing whatever that they do. So this is what we are trying to establish here. There are situations that we are going to be looking at, incidences and scenarios that we are going to be looking at, and then we try and take out what is it that could be in the mind of ZANU PF. And there are many, many others that we are going to be discussing in this very show. So I would want us to look at the social media. Social media is also on with the very issue, and we saw, of course, Hopewell Chingono, the also sharing on it, and this is what Hopewell read. And remember, I said, when we are dealing with these chameleons like Hopewell, we don't have to kill the chameleons. We just have to know how to live with them. We just know how to live with them. Simple. If we know that they are in our midst, we know how to behave when they start doing their actions, right? So he says the ridiculous conviction of Tendai Biti in the magistrate's court by Vongai Guriro shows how far the ZANU PF regime is prepared to embarrassingly go in punishing its political adversaries using captured courts. Unfortunately, this won't end with Tendai Biti alone. Anyone who is, let me open it. It's a long ride. Excuse me. It's a long ride. He says, unfortunately, it won't end with Tendai Biti alone. Anyone who is perceived to be a critic or political opponent of the regime will be punished using these political courts when the chance arises. As Tendai Biti is sentenced today, after 4 years of going to court for this case, he should be prepared for anything because the regime hates him deeply. I don't know about that. Does the regime hate Tendai Biti that much when Tendai Biti actually has helped in contributing and giving ZANU PF the 2/3 majority on a silver platter? Does he really hate? Does ZANU PF really hate Biti? Remember who is talking? As I'm always saying, when we listen to the chameleons speaking, we should know how to treat them. So it's not everything that they write and they present that you should always just swallow. You need to be very critical and underline words. And, they're very, very analytic when you are dealing with them, because they will be actually pushing a certain agenda as they are doing that. Right now, this one could be an agreement. It could be him already sent to do the public relations for Tendai Biti, so that Tendai Biti can be exonerated from what he has done in being in bed with the ZANU PF, so that those that are gullible would start to think, oh, which means Tendai Biti has nothing to do with that. How could ZANU PF now be punishing him? Yeah. Wait a minute. This is propaganda. So we should be very careful when dealing with propaganda. So he continues to say he could be sent to jail for supposedly calling someone stupid. Right. That is how low the bar has sunk in Zimbabwe after this regime took away any pretense of having a professional judiciary which rules on the basis of the law, instead of being used as a persecution chamber for those opposed to ZANU PF's corrupt rule and ZANU PF surrogates. The use of the judiciary for political purposes undermines the rule of law and democracy. Today it is Tendai Biti, tomorrow it could be you. Yes, I know he's trying to win the hearts of the Zimbabwean people to support Tendai Biti. While, yes, we don't agree with Tendai Biti, if there was no dining with ZANU PF that has happened in the past, we could wholeheartedly be siding with Tendai Biti. So hopefully, Shinono, it's unfortunate that your guy, it is very difficult for us as citizens now to stand with him, because now we don't understand whether this is real or this is another game. You see, as long as you start getting into games with ZANU PF, it is going to be very difficult for citizens to really understand or justify if ZANU PF would start mistreating you, because we want to know whether it's a game or you are really being a victim of circumstances. That is the truth. So you can write as much as you can, but it is going to be very difficult for Zimbabwean people to stand with Tendai Biti 100%. You see what I'm saying? This is why I'm standing with Tendai Biti when it comes to that woman, that Mucheche woman, who I was speaking about, who was trying to drawing in politics into the issue. That one, because she is not ZANU PF, we can safely criticize her and say, no, what she was saying is unfounded. It is not in the right place, and she's speaking it at the wrong arena, at the wrong time, and that has nothing to do with everything that she was saying. Right, because she was trying to make herself a champion of women and the like. We've seen women being abused in Zimbabwe, and they've been quiet. We've seen Mary Chiwenga being abused. They've been quiet. Where was that Mucheche woman? Why didn't she stand for women? You see, so double standards, people that are double-tongued would speak when it suits them. So this is the same thing that we are seeing here with Hopewell. So we are saying, while it could have been a genuine issue, but unfortunately Tendai is not a darling, is not a favorite as of late with the Zimbabwean people. And we wouldn't know what game they could be playing with ZANU PF. So we can't really want to be drawn into it and find what is going to be happening. If ZANU PF indeed is fighting against Tendai Biti, we want to see by the verdict today. We want to hear that Tendai Biti is going to Shikurubi. If Tendai Biti goes to Shikurubi for 6 months, 8 months, then we could know that. We will not rule out that he was in bed with ZANU PF. No, that's not going to be our conclusion. Our conclusion is going to be they've fought again somehow, while they once agreed again on planning to take the two-thirds majority and give it to ZANU PF. Maybe they've had another fallout again after that incident, yes. But if they send him to prison like today, that will never change our confession, and then we start to say, which means he was innocent in the Shabang fiasco. No. In the Shabang fiasco, he was far from being innocent, right? So somebody's saying if they sentence him to jail for that car, them the whole country tichasungisana, especially pano every 5 minutes pane munhu ari kutukwa kuti stupid tonyatso vapa basa rekuita. Okay, someone is saying low Tendai Biti has a foul mouth, he needs a time out. For more information on how to create, okay, somebody's busy advertising their own thing there. Okay, this is on a different one. Someone is saying a wholly suspended 6 months jail term on a condition he does not commit a similar offense in the next 5 years. I don't know where he's getting that judgment from. Probably the ZANU PF. You know, ZANU PF will be knowing the verdict already and what is going to be happening. They can start talking about it already. Just like the elections figures, the ZANU PF Arakash were already, parading them on social media, and they came exactly as they were announced. It's very funny. So someone is saying he must go to prison. He betrayed Chamisa and the whole of Zimbabwe by sabotaging the CCC. Yes, in Zimbabwe we don't have judiciary, period. Biti is not a political adversary of ZANU PF patriots. Anyway, does that mean if you are opposition, you have the right to subvert the constitution and not get arrested or convicted? So these are the minds of other Zimbabweans and how they are. Unfortunately, the Blue Movement, Chete, are rejoicing and posting that he must be imprisoned. This shows how much we are all like ZANU PF, but just absent the mechanisms of the state to persecute each other. What happened to being the change we want? No, I would want to just give a comment on this one. You know, if he's guilty and those courts want him to go to prison, they should take him to prison because he's guilty, not because he's an opposition member. You see, so if people who are in the Blue Movement are saying he should go to prison, they are not saying that because Tendai Biti is fallen out with them. They're saying that because if the courts think that he's right or he's in the wrong and he deserves to go to the prison, he should go to the prison because the court said so. But their friendship with the ZANU PF now is what we are talking about here. Where is the friendship with ZANU PF lying here between the courts and the issue? You see, where is ZANU PF? And if ZANU PF is saying he should go, we want to question what has happened to their relationship. Because nobody should come here and tell us that there was no relationship between Tendai Biti and ZANU PF. And nobody can come and also tell us that ZANU-PF does not control the courts. That one is totally not in place. So those are our questions, and that is what is happening. So we are waiting to see. I don't know what time the court session is going to be on, but we want to see what is going to be happening. Do you think he's going to prison? If he goes to prison, does it mean ZANU-PF has dumped Tendai Biti in the friendship and the marriage is over? If he's given a wholly suspended sentence, are they not just trying to cleanse Tendai Biti's name so that people would think that he was not a friend of ZANU-PF? Because remember, these days, Mnangagwa has been playing political games for a very long time. So we must be very careful of political games that may continue to be played while people might think that there is indeed a true case that is going on here. So political games are happening. And when we look at things, we are looking at things, hearing things and seeing things with a pinch of salt, because nothing seems to be what it is in Zimbabwe today, especially in politics, because ZANU-PF has started to play very, very dirty to the point that you can't trust what you hear. You can't trust just at face value what you see. We need to be very, very careful, because we can be deceived. You can find yourself having been thrown under the bus by just believing anything at any point. We really need to know what is happening, right? So this is it. I would want us to hear some comments that are coming from some of the members of the family. Moila Mandisha says, morning bro wezhira harega zvakadaro vana biti vakaudziwa kare kuti usarwisa wokwamwari unozviparira wega nhasi ndezvipi. Yes, I'm telling you, ZANU-PF has no permanent friends. You are very right there, my champion. ZANU-PF has no permanent friends. So they can use you when they want you. They'll eat you like chewing gum. The moment the sweetness is gone, they dump you, they throw you into the toilet and flush you down. So this is what we are saying. And those people that want to dine with ZANU-PF and join ZANU-PF in whatever that shenanigans that ZANU-PF is playing, they can do that at their own peril, because ZANU-PF will use you, will need you when they need you. They want you when they need you. By the moment that you are done with them, they are done with you. They can just throw you under the bus and flush you, and you are gone. So it's risky, really, to trust ZANU-PF. Remember, ZANU-PF swallows its own eggs. ZANU-PF kills its own people. Where is Mchangwa today? Yet Mchangwa was speaking as if ZANU-PF is his surname. But look at him today. Where is he? He's in some cold corner somewhere licking his wounds. And that's what ZANU-PF is like. Emerson Mnangagwa, the very one who is saying he's the Vene of ZANU-PF, he left that country flying at night one day when ZANU-PF wanted to swallow him. So this is what we are saying. All these guys who want to deal with ZANU-PF is very, very dangerous. We always say ZANU-PF the system of ZANU-PF is not a safe system in the country for everyone, including those that are in ZANU-PF. So this is it, citizens. So we can be shocked to see Tendai Biti going to prison as we are speaking today. I'm telling you, they can do it. It's possible with ZANU-PF. Anything is possible with ZANU-PF. And are we going to sympathize with him? Unfortunately, no. With what has happened with the Shavang fiasco, I don't think citizens of Zimbabwe will be able to sympathize with the Tendai Biti. And for those people who are saying, hey, we are toxic like ZANU-PF, why are people wishing him to go to prison? You are not being fair. Do you think what Tendai Biti, Ngube, and the cabal have done to the Zimbabwean people is fair? Do you think it's fair? And if today they say, let him go to prison, are they the ones that caused him to insult that Russian woman? Was he sent by the Blue Movement to go and harass that woman if indeed he did so? So why are you blaming people? Let people say out, because people are angry. Allow people to be angry, because ZANU-PF is inflicted pains on Zimbabwean people for a very long time. And when we think we are about to get our freedom, we are slowly winning that parliament from ZANU-PF. Some people decided to give it back to ZANU-PF. And you expect Zimbabweans to smile at that. No. That's not fair. So don't tell the Blue Movement people that they are being selfish, they are being heartless, they are behaving like ZANU-PF if they are saying BT must go to prison. If he indeed is guilty and the courts have found him guilty, let him go. Let him go. He's a friend of ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF will rescue him. Why are they not rescuing him if they can? If he's truly their friend. So this is what we are saying. We want to find out what really is happening. Is this a political game? Is it a real situation? Is it a genuine situation on the ground? Or ZANU-PF is playing games? Or Ndomzono Ncube is saying, thank you, Chatufa. We pray to our God for the protection of our chain champion. Yes, definitely. Thank you very much. Did I put this comment? Morning, my brother and family. May the Lord protect you always. We continue praying for you and our nation. Thank you very much. We love those prayers. We indeed need them. We need the prayers. Continue praying for us, family. Gogo Boya says they can take Tendai Biti to jail just to blind some people who don't know ZANU-PF. Yes, but hey, does he? I don't know whether you agree. Unless if they are going to play tricks and they say they've sentenced him and yet he's not in prison. Because we've heard these rumors circulating also that they can say they are putting somebody in prison and that person is not even in that prison. Could be somewhere in some lodge somewhere, eating a barbecue there and drinking whiskey. And while the Zimbabwean people will be thinking that somebody's in prison. I did not say any name. Please don't attach names. Margaret Moffat says, as for Biti, he deserves what's coming his way. He betrayed the citizens and the whole nation. Yes, that is very, very true. If indeed he's found guilty, let the court sentence him and let him go to where he is supposed to go. Right. Crispin Chamwera says, good morning, Chatufa family. May I ask one question? Where are Chatufa... where are Chatufa with regards to, where are we, maybe wanted to say, where are we, Chatufa, with regards to fresh elections? What's the real truth of this issue? Okay, yes. SADC is indeed pushing for the fresh elections, although there is a lot of resistance from ZANU-PF. And also within SADC itself, there's a bit of spanners that are being thrown within the works by people like Cyril Ramaphosa. Remember, South Africa is continuously standing with Zimbabwe, and also to some extent Namibia. This very guy has been standing also with in the same corner with Cyril Ramaphosa, and we don't know what is going to be happening now that leadership has changed in Namibia. But the opposition in Namibia was on the old man's neck. This very one who has just passed away, may his soul rest in peace. They were actually on his neck why he was supporting and standing with the Cyril Ramaphosa in the corner of ZANU-PF. So ZANU-PF has already lost another ally right now. Although we heard from the wife, it looks like he was also changing his position. Remember, the wife spoke about how the man was talking about being against the third term and these presidents who want to continue standing or overstaying their welcome. So the issue of the elections, yes, SADC is pushing, but I don't know if there is enough pressure and if they are gaining ground in terms of that. But that is the suggestion that has been given. So we are still praying and just saying God would make whatever that he has allowed to happen. So whatever that God is going to allow is what we are going to go with. Gogonlea says, good morning, Gogo Shanduko. Wanot change champions. Yes, our Gogo is greeting you. Gogo Shanduko is saying greetings to the family and everyone who has been here. I just want to appreciate you for being here. Thank you very much. Let me just see this comment which is just coming in. Natasha Chikava says, Ngaende azodzokawo achitaura kunge mbeki. Umwakadzoka kunge Mandela. Zim drama roga roga. Yes, I'm telling you, we should never just believe anything that is happening. There is a lot that is just being games and games and games. So please, citizens, like we always say on this channel, let us not be gullible. Let us not just swallow every propaganda that is coming. There's a lot that is being done behind the scenes, which is never, never very true. Bernard T. Jaricha says, the naked truth is we smell a rat at this development. It's just, it's not just happening as a normal process. Yes, of course, this is the beginning of wisdom. Taking what is happening in the political circles of Zimbabwe with a pinch of salt is wisdom. Don't just be gullible. Don't just believe everything. This could be just a big game, like we have been saying from the beginning of the show. So for now, this is what is happening. Hilda Machova, thank you for joining in, my sister. I think you're a bit late, but you can still watch the show after the live. Thank you very much, our family, for joining us. We are saying, let us continue on our knees, praying for the nation, praying for Zimbabwe, declaring the word of God over the nation of Zimbabwe, because we do understand that in this season, the Lord our God has granted freedom for the Zimbabwean people. Freedom is here and freedom is coming, and no one is going to stop what God has started. the freedom of the Zimbabwean people and the gospel of the freedom of the Zimbabwean people continues to be spoken, declared over the nation of Zimbabwe. May we continue to be supporting the channel and the gospel. Thank you very much for those that are coming also to our email. Come to the email if you want to support the gospel of the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. Please come to that email. We talk, we discuss, and we'll find ways on how we can improve and make our broadcasting even better and reach out to many people that are out there. So we are going to be watching the developments in the courts today. We shall be hearing what Zanu PF is planning to do with their ally Tendai Biti. As of now, I'm going to be signing out. We are going to be meeting, I think, around 12 o'clock, somewhere there. We are going to be meeting at the main channel, Chatufa Television Production, with the next story. I'm going to be putting the banner right away. God bless your families and